Why, good morning, everyone. It's Motivation Mornings with Marnie and Melissa. I'm Melissa Houston. I'm a health insurance specialist and financial planner in Victoria, BC. And I love Victoria, I have to say, I really do.
Oh, me too. And good morning, everybody. I'm Marnie Dangerfield. I'm also here in Victoria, British Columbia. I'm a wellness and intentional creativity coach, and I'm just going to piggyback yours. I'm so grateful to be living in Victoria and loving this image that you brought here for us.
This is live. This is right this second, downtown Victoria. So anyone watching who has not been here before, this is a small portion of our downtown overlooking our new bridge and our inner harbor. Yeah, courtesy of Swan's Hotel.
Fantastic. I love how you feel. It's just, we're just live in this moment. This is
Right
happening.
now.
Woo. Okay. Well, I'll just go over briefly what we're going to do and get started. So we always like to start off with our value statement, and then Melissa will be sharing what's inspiring her this week. I will share what's inspiring me. And then this is the time of the month where we get Melissa sharing a financial wellness tip, which is, as always, I have my pen and paper handy. And then we'll share our contact information and round out with a motivational quote.
Yes, chosen by Marnie this week.
True.
All right. So our value statement today, we gather
In the spirit of possibility,
in support of community,
to encourage holistic well-being,
to empower our authentic selves,
to share appreciation,
to express compassion.
and to enjoy this gift of life.
Yay.
Mm.
Oh, look, a bird.
Oh, that is a bird. Oh, goodness. Oh, this is hard for me to focus again. But anyway, practice for me in focusing. So what's inspiring you, Melissa?
Yeah, I'm starting this week. Okay. Well, I'm going to share kind of a success that was kind of related to your, I think, last wellness tip, Marnie, about finding some time in the day specifically for ourselves. Was that your last one? Do you remember?
It was my last one, and I'm grinning from ear to ear.
Uh,
I'm so excited to hear what you're going to share.
um, and it wasn't actually very purposeful, but once I did it, I was like, "Oh, this is amazing." Um, I'm a big music fan, and I do tend to try to find ways to infuse music in my day as much as possible, whether it's in my vehicle or in the mornings when I'm getting ready, just whenever I can. I like to have music going. But um, one evening this past week, I was not feeling especially sleepy, but I was in bed, and I was like, I don't know, there's something calling to me to listen to an artist I hadn't listened to in probably years. So I just put on my headphones, and I was just sitting there enjoying the music, kind of singing along in my head. And it was just pure enjoyment. uh, and it was inspiring because the kind of music it was, um it ignites something motivational and inspiring with me. I think it's the creativity aspect to see. um I think that's part of why I love music. I feel the emotion from people, and it's just they're creating such beauty in their art, and I just love it. And it was just me really indulging in sharing that, uh, in a moment that was just for me, completely, totally for me. No one else. I mean, my husband was asleep, so It was just me relaxing and listening to music, not being and completely focused on it too. It wasn't like the other times in my day most of the time where I'm listening to it in the background or while I'm doing other things. This was just focusing on it, and it was such a pleasure. And yeah, so now I'm feeling very inspired to do that more often at the end of my day as a wonderful way to cap off my day.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, that's so wonderful. And you're right. There is something about that creativity and the beauty in what someone else is and creates and how you can feel the emotion behind it. And I
Mhm.
just love that, it filled you up. It sounds like, it's like
Yeah,
seems like such seemingly a simple thing, but just that joy and that pause. Oh, that's so wonderful.
I just realized we didn't invite people to chat with us.
Oh, goodness. Please chat with us. We're chatty.
If anyone wants to chat with us, there's a chat box. And how about
Uh,
you, Marnie? What's motivating or
oh, yeah.
inspiring you today?
I will share. I'm looking forward to hearing you continue with that. So inspiring me is, well, we had choose this morning. So I went with, I know we've discussed before how there's been a rise in gardening, it
Hmm.
seems, with COVID, um, and just, we've changed seasons. We're in summer now, and I'm walking through the neighborhood, and it's just wow. You can just see from what seemed like just small plants or small seeds or this fresh soil that was put in the spring from people tending their gardens is now just growth that is happening, and the blooms. Um, the roses in my neighbor's garden are just amazing. And so it's just a joy to walk around and see those blooms and talk to neighbors about their gardens and feel that summer energy of growth, of blooming. And so that's really inspiring me. And I just feel that energy kind of all around. And it seems to piggyback on that sense of we're sowing seeds of change for humanity right now. And it's maybe not going to be easy and it's probably going to be messy, but that we're doing it. We are sowing those seeds, and there is so much growth happening now. And so, and with this summer energy, with the extra light, it just, oh, I'm super inspired by it all.
Yes. Oh, and you're so right. There seems to be so much positive change in the air. People are feeling motivated, and yeah, I love that. What a great feelings. And
Yeah.
yes, the extra light is lovely.
Oh, exactly. And it's just like, it just seems like this is, we're so fortunate where we live. There is this beauty, but it's people are adding to beauty in their with what they're doing in their yards. It's yeah, inspiring. So, but on to you, pen and paper in hand over here.
Take out my notes. All right. So today, financial wellness tip, and I really hope I haven't done this one before. I was trying to remember. I don't think I have. Um, I wanted to discuss why monitoring your credit score is a good idea. I think most people are aware that they have a credit score. I don't know if a lot of people know how to access that information or things that they can do to improve it. Um, so your credit score is one of the most important factors lenders consider before approving your credit application. So um, a lot of people, if they're looking at getting a mortgage, that is something that's usually when people are really starting to pay a lot of attention to their credit score and wanting to make sure it's as good as possible. Um, but there's other situations too where you might be wanting to get a loan. Um, Oftentimes people start their credit journey with a credit card, and if they accumulate a fair size of debt, at one point they might look at getting a line of credit to consolidate that debt at a lower interest rate. And that's another very good situation where you want to have a really good credit score, or as good as you can. If you're applying for a line of credit, the interest rate might be impacted by what your credit score is, so or how much they're willing to lend you. So by regularly monitoring your credit score and taking steps to improve it, um, like I said, you might more likely to get approved to borrow money under more favorable terms, and that helps you save money in the long run. And so two factors that make up your credit score are your available credit and your credit history. Your available credit is how much credit you have at your disposal, so how much room is on your credit cards or lines of credit, while your credit history is how long you've had those. So one thing people might do is close credit cards or lines of credit that they aren't using, but that might not actually help your credit score. It might hurt it, because not only are you lowering your available credit, but you're also closing an account that you might have long-standing good history. So you actually want to keep um, your lines of credit or credit cards that you've had for a longer period of time, um, because that shows longer credit history, and that can be a good thing when they're looking at your overall credit score or creating your credit score. Um, and another good rule of thumb is to only apply for credit that you really need. Um, Applying for too many credit accounts within a short time span can lower your credit score. So that makes it look like you're a higher risk, that you're wanting to take on a lot of debt. So spacing that out as much as you can is also a good idea. And you also want to be checking your score somewhat regularly to look for inaccuracies, because these reports are not infallible. Sometimes they might report something incorrectly, or there's been a few instances if somebody's has a name similar to yours, they might get their information confused with yours. So it's a really good idea to keep an eye on things and make sure everything's looking correct. So the last thing I was going to say, there is a free service. Well, there's a couple free services for just getting your credit score. But there's one that I think I will share in our comments here. It's a website called Borrow Well, and that is free. It's a fairly simple process to set up your account, and they can give you a free credit score. But they also have it's called a credit coach. It's AI powered, and their credit coach can let you know top things you can do to improve your credit score based on your unique profile. And that is also completely free. So I will share that, because like I said, it's good just to keep an eye on things and monitor things. And if you aren't experienced in the credit world and how they create the score, I think having that coach as a reference could help you really learn what you can do to improve things that you might not be aware of. So that's my financial wellness tip for today.
Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, I look forward to that website. That's great. I didn't realize about the canceling the credits cards. Thanks for mentioning that. I was actually considering canceling a couple because I don't use them and such, but I've had them a long time, so I didn't realize about the long time history with things. So
Yeah. So I know it can feel cumbersome if you have several cards and things. If you, it's just like, oh, I don't want, identity theft and things like that. But as long as you keep that information safe, it might actually be helpful to keep some of those still open, even if you're not using them.
oh, thank you so much.
My pleasure. All righty. Man, this morning's just zipping by, it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll round up today. Here is our contact info. We'd love to hear from everyone. Feel free to email us at motivation.mornings@gmail.com with feedback, ideas, anything you feel like sharing with us. Our Facebook page, MM with MM, is our main hub of communication where we post our recordings and again, links to any resources that we might discuss in the webcast. Our Instagram, motivation underscore mornings underscore with underscore MM. That's where we post our motivational quotes and reminders for our webcasts in the morning every week. And then finally, our YouTube channel. That again is where our recordings get posted. Feel free to subscribe to make sure you're getting updated whenever a new webcast has been posted. This is especially useful for all the folks who aren't able to join us live on Wednesdays. Maybe now's a good time for me to say next Wednesday is Canada Day.
Yes. Oh, yes. Good. Good. Yes. Great timing.
So we're going to do something special next week, everybody. We're going to do Tuesday morning instead of Wednesday morning. Um, you don't need to get up early on a holiday.
Mm-mm.
You can get motivated on the last day of June. Man, we're coming up on the last or halfway through the year, Marnie.
I know. Whoa.
You know what I want
Oh,
to do?
what?
I make a list early in the year of like goals for the year. I want to revisit that list and see how I'm doing.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, what a great idea.
Uh,
Would love
I have
to.
a funny feeling some of the things probably have not. I haven't looked at it in a while, but I have a feeling some of it probably hasn't happened because of all the changes with COVID.
I was just gonna say, and what a great opportunity to relook at that and go, okay, now with this new new reality for the
Yeah,
last half, how you want to go forward. Oh, that's fantastic.
exactly.
Ooh, I look forward to hearing
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want to share.
yeah.
Probably
No,
not.
it will be interesting, I think. So,
Mm,
anyways, so
yeah,
please join us on Tuesday next week if you're able to join us.
yeah. It's summer season. I think we're thinking of switching things up throughout the summer for the show. So,
Yes, that's
hey,
right. We might be experimenting with different things, changing things up a little bit, and yeah, we'll see what kind of response we get from those changes. So,
mm-hmm,
all right.
fun.
Now for Marnie's motivational quote. Look, or do you want to read it? Do you want to read it, Marnie?
No, no, I was just saying yes. Sorry. I forgot I wasn't muted.
I should let you read it. I should let you read it.
Okay, so look at a tree, a flower, a plant. Let your awareness rest upon it. How still they are, how deeply rooted in being. Eckhart Tolle, or Tolle, however you want to say that. But yes, and it's just that reminder of really pausing and taking a moment, connecting with nature if you can, even just for one moment each day. And then connect to that connection and beingness. And this photo in the background is at Butchart Gardens here in Victoria one day.
And I love it. It looks like it's in the golden hour.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
I love it. Was that fairly recent or was it last fall?
This one's yeah, last fall. No,
Mm. Okay.
the
I thought
one.
with the colors maybe it was a fall photo, but
Yeah, it was.
gorgeous.
I just love the photo, so I used it.
Gorgeous,
But,
gorgeous. Well, thank you so much. I love that quote and I am definitely going to be connecting with some nature today. So
woohoo!
all right. Well, thank you so much for everyone joining us live. And thank you for everyone watching the recording. We can't wait to see you again next week on Tuesday.
Yes, thank you all so much. Hope you have a good kind day.
Yes. Well, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.